I've been dump digging a lot the last couple of days, and I went arrowhead hunting all day today. Got some nice points, but Squirrel Man's usually a pretty good boy, but I made the mistake of leaving a roll of paper towels out in here. And look here, Squirrel Man, look at this. He shredded them all up for bedding. He's got peanuts hid in here. Squirrel Man, you're kind of bad sometimes. I had to clean up 20 minutes on the floor. Squirrel Man. Well, Squirrel Man's doing good, folks. Look at him. What a handsome boy. What a handsome boy, Squirrel Man. Look at this. He's got him some good bedding. Alright, it's the second trip out. Got me a couple coffees. Second one. I drink coffee all day. And water. More coffee than water. Keeps you going. But I'm heading across to where the water's disappointingly high, but I can probably still come up with something. It's lower on one side of the dam and high on the other, so we'll see. All right, how many points have come out in here? I can't even tell you, but over 30. From like right there at that thing, that pink bird point I found at serrated was laying out right in there. Then you come into this section and all the pentagonals, that hopewell come from right in here. And I got another pentagonal and it looks like red jasper. And I haven't even got all this, but it's not the greatest point. It's right here, but I think it's a pentagonal. It's got that split base on it. It's right in with all them other ones and you can see it kind of looks like them. I'll show you this with the other ones in the frame from last week. I think I'm up to 9. And 8 of them are real nice, but one of them's the Flint Ridge one that I found last is snapped down the middle. But it's a kind of a crappy point, but the material is nice. And for the overall picture with the points from here, that's a pretty decent find. The material's nice. Later. Oh man. Man, Bearsville Croc, last trip to the dump. Well, I went to 4 more hours after that. A second trip and found all kinds of cool stuff which I haven't put on yet. I found a Japanese figurine that's just ridiculously cool. But I got a day maker right in here. How many points have come from? Say it again. Here's my kayak. That's usually where I pull it in to look this section. And this is just one site that's eroding out here. It's multicultural, but I found hopewell stuff here, Mississippian stuff, the little Flint Ridge bird points, and I've read multiple accounts of them. I think they're the first bow and arrow points in North America in this area, but that's all up for debate. You know, you get back and start reading that stuff in the 50s, 60s, and 70s where they did work, and it was the Clovis first model, and I'm not even going to elaborate on that, but that's all wrong. There's a lot of stuff that's wrong, and you got to do this yourself. You just do. But see if you can see this bad man. I got a Kayaking Flint point. I don't know what it is yet, but see if you see it. Oh, it's a day maker right here. It's got like a little, oh, look at this beautiful point. Let me see if that's ground. That might be a hopewell. It's a table rock or a hopewell. Oh, that's nice. Look at that material. It's got weight in it. It's got little tiny like marine fossils, like, you know, very small, like little plankton looking things. I don't know what you'd call them, but that is nice. That's a solid find. You know, not my best one, but you know, I've not even been here a half hour and I got a broken pentagonal in this. Not bad at all. It's a day maker for me, folks. I'm gonna have to go over there and probably get a picture of it in the screen. I forgot to. I always do this. I get worked up when I find stuff. I'll lay it in here and I can get real good pictures, and you know, this stuff's just laying in here randomly. Look at that. There's a flake of flint right there, that heat treated river cobble that I've talked about before, and you can see the cortex of it right there. This was a tan rock with a waxy brown cortex, but I'll get this in here. I'll get a picture of it and I'll be back on my next find. There'll probably be more later. I was just talking to Chuck on the phone and walking all of this and surface hunting. We are kind of on different schedules, and he had to meet his son later and he has appointments and stuff, so it wasn't worth us meeting up to look. And he told me the place he went, he just found 4 points. a fish spear, like a table rock, a corner notch, a broken drill, and something else. But while I was talking to him, I was surface hunting this. You can see these washouts. Look at these. I got a real nice Mississippian point laying out. Let me find it. It's right in here someplace. I got pictures of it with my phone. I'd take my phone back down there. Right here. Look at this. Look at this little smoker. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice little Mississippian point. Look at that color. It's orange. All right. That's a Dam Maker second point. Look at that. I'm gonna go down through here. I was seeing some flint. I picked up a few flakes up here, and remember the last time I found that gorget up here? Broken gorget. Oh man. Got another one, folks. Well, I'm just gonna turn this off. I guess I'll walk here a few more minutes with you. I don't want to waste your time, because I could look here for 35 more minutes and not even see nothing. But we'll see here. You can see, look at this, right along the river. Right there's a flake, see it? Coshocton. Look at all that fire rock right there. Stuff's all bleeding out. We got some rain since the last time I've been here, and you can see this ground, it washed this one out, because this surely wasn't laying out the last time I was here. Look, another flake right there. Man, this is ridiculous where I'm at. There's a valve off something. Well, I'm going to turn this off, and I will get back if I see anything interesting. I didn't expect to even find a point up here, but I did. Later. Yeah, I spit on that a little bit to bring out the color. Look at that. That's a pretty nice point for what it is. Mississippian triangular, like a Madison type. But some of them up here have concave bases, and you can see some of the other ones I found are real concave, and they're like Madison types. But look at that. Nice. Well, anyway, I'll get back on my next find. That looks like it for up here. I didn't see nothing else. Later. All right, I'm gonna call it a day. It's getting 4:30 or so, and I've looked this morning at another site and didn't find nothing but a fishing lure. But I got all this stuff. I think that's that beaver tooth for that beaver skull I had. I think that's what that is, and I'll put it in the skull. Got 3 decent points. This one's kind of crappy, but these 2 are real nice. Look at that bird dropping, looking like Coshocton flint, and I'd say it is true Coshocton flint with all the flint ridge. It's all these flakes. Nice point, nice point. Well, anyway, folks, later. All right, it was nice rowing down in here, but you can see how the waves are going. I'm kayaking right into the wind, and there's white caps out on the middle of the river. It's gonna be sketchy getting across, that's for sure. Give you a little shot of the bank here, and thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Good luck when you're out, and be careful. Had a good day. Later. All right, this is the power of the sifter right here. You'll see. Found this skull, and it's a really big beaver, and I don't have a beaver skull, and this is going to be cleaned up, and it's going to look amazing. I'm probably going to bleach it. Then I'm going to use some kind of a real nice black pen or some kind of black ink and do Native American designs on it, and then I'm going to varnish it. But you can see there's a tooth missing, which greatly affected what I was going to do. There's 2 teeth missing here, but I can restore these. I'll make them out of putty and put them back in after I get it finished. But because I had a sifter, look at this, folks. You can see just how the beaver teeth continually grow and why they have to keep chewing stuff so these teeth won't grow out and turn back around and kill them. But right there's the other beaver tooth, and because I had my sifter, I got this other one for this skull, and it just makes it way better. Both front teeth on it now, and you can see how it goes in. But what are the odds of me finding that tooth with a sifter on a huge beach? Well, the odds are real good. Like if I find a broken arrowhead, I have a real good chance of finding the other piece of it, or a broken gorget, all of that stuff. I just really hit it and sift everything and get it. That just proves I'm getting 98% of the points. But I'll get this all cleaned up and you'll see it in a future video. I'm gonna have to soak it and stuff, but right there's the tooth. And you can see, look at this. This is just like a week's worth of bottles here that I haven't even got cleaned up. Masons, just tons of nice blue bottles. There's sodas over there. And some of this stuff I didn't even show. But I'll get some of this stuff cleaned up and I'll get back with you. But that'll be it on this video. Later, folks. Alright, I'm back home. This is some of the points. I have 2 more frames from like the past 14 days. I'm holding some of the footage back for the fall because this is a lot of stuff just in itself. This is last 14 days really. Here's the Mississippian point from today. This one, this one, this one, and this one's all from that area. This is probably the nicest one, but the tip's dang. This is pretty nice. So we added a little piece of the puzzle on this, and then you come over here. This point I found in this video has got that slightly concave base, and you can see it in a few of these, like this, and this might be a dart. It's just all beat up. I think it's been impacted, and you can see. But look at this point. Coshocton and flint, and it's pretty much bird dropping variety with the white. I think this is a pentagonal dart. I think that fits right in there with it from the edge work, and the more I look at it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 West Virginia pentagonals within a couple weeks. Every one of them's made out of different material, and I got that, and it's beautiful material. See, there you go. I just wanted to show this real quick. We're adding more to the puzzle. Pretty impressive. Later.
This way and get the whole works.
Look at this bike, guys. This is a guy that lives in a town of mine. I never even knew he had this bike. This thing is just outrageously awesome. Look at this. I've always said I'm not a car guy, but I'm a motorcycle guy. Wow, look at this. Man, this is a work of art.
Yeah. Hey, that thing was built in Fort Worth, Texas by Arlen Ness.
Arlen Ness?
Arlen Ness, like Orange County choppers.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, this is a high dollar. You're talking 50, 60 grand.
I figured. That's why I said it was out of my price range. I knew what it was worth.
I've had it 15 years.
Oh,
it ain't beat up.
Oh,
She's still pretty baby.
Yeah.
That's 124 cubic inch.
Wow.
With a 260 rear tire. She's running around 2,500 cc's.
Wow. I'm serious. I almost wrecked my dad's truck here coming down the road.
That son of a bitch will fly now.
I bet it will.
Oh my.
Wow. Well, I'm sure people will love this on my channel. I'll turn this off. All right, I'll give you a little intro here. A lot of people have asked me how I clean my bottles and getting them looking so nice. This bottle was in the ground a long time, clear down on the base clean. There's calcium deposits all over the outside. The condition's just awesome. It's gonna turn out nice. But it had a bunch of stuff caked in the inside, like stuff that you'd think would never come out. Well, I never tumble the bottles. It just ruins them. It's, like I said before, like putting an Arrowhead in a rock polisher. But what I did, I put gas in it. You can use paint thinner and stuff too, and soaked it. And you saw how bad it was on the last one. Now look at it. It's not even done, but man, that's a nice color on this. And you can see I got almost all of it over the faceplate. And if you come up here, I'll show you how I do it. After I soak them, I get these older metal coat hangers and I bend them out, and you can bend all this stuff here. And the tip, I got a regular tip on this one, but I'll even sharpen these into a point, and some of them I'll pound it out with a hammer, heat it up, pound it out, and get like a screwdriver tip on the end of there and just manipulate it so I can reach in the bottle. And see, you can reach this down in and you can scratch the side. See, you can hit that side there, and then if you're not hitting it up in here, you can bend the tip to reach like that piece. I'll work on that next, but I got a bunch of it out, and you can see like there on the bottom, you can see I'm just flaking that off with this now. But it's gonna take me a long time to clean this bottle. It'll probably take me another week to get it to where it's displayed on my shelf. But this is a good wheeling bottle. That faceplate is an early one with the Co and WV down there. I've never seen this one. It's W.VA. You can see the A there. But that's how I do it. I use Lime Away spray sometimes too. It's usually expensive at Walmart and stuff, and I go through so much of it. So I go to Dollar Tree stores where everything's $1, and they have a spray bottle. It's about this tall, and it's in a chartreuse green, like a chartreuse is what the color would be. Spray bottle. It's like some Lime Away stuff, and I'll spray it in. And I'll cut these little scour pads they have there too. They come in 3-packs, like to scour your sink with. I'll cut them with the scissors, like the corner off, and I'll insert that down in. And then once I get it in there, I'll find it with the tip of this and scrub the sides with it. It's gonna take you a while on some bottles, but if you really like it, you wanna spend the time on it, and you don't wanna tumble it. I can just tell a tumble bottle right away. And there's just no interest in it. I keep a little patina on them so you can know they're dug. Like, I'm not gonna leave anything on the inside, but I'll leave a couple of the calcium deposits on the outside in a few places, but it'll be the majority cleaned up. This is, wow, I love this bottle. It's even embossed on the bottom. Look at that. Well, anyway, that's for you people to ask. That's all I'm doing. You know, that's it. So, man, I love this, but I like the Crocs better. I'm going up there. I'm gonna have a couple coffees, eat something, and I'm heading back up there and gonna dig like a champion, folks. Try to get some more good finds. Later. Cleaned on it last night with one of these wires and reached all down in, had like a screwdriver sharpened tip on it, scraped all that stuff out, a little gas, soaking overnight. You can use paint thinner, lots of different stuff. But look at this beautiful bottle. It says WVA, right? You can see the A's faint. But man, this is a nice wheeling beer. Oh, I love it. Look at that. Well, anyway, you can see how the process comes along. I've worked at least 2.5 hours on this bottle to get it cleaned up. No tumbling, nothing. Look at all the bubbles in the glass. Beautiful piece of Ohio Valley history. So that should give you a little insight on my cleaning process. I still got some stuff in the bottom of it there, but I leave them just a tad bit dirty, just maybe a tiny place of that in there. But this bottle is awesome. Hope that helps some of you guys. Later. All right, folks, you can see here about how heavy this is. It probably weighs 40 pounds. I got 40 pounds of glassware in here from today, and it's all tradable stuff. A cool World War II figurine, a Coca-Cola bottle that says Coca-Cola on it from Sistersville, West Virginia, a couple nice ball mason jars. Here's a Watkins bottle. It's embossed Watkins, and it's cork. So not bad, but it's like 90 degrees, and I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Next day started, you can see where I left off in my last video. This was caved in with mud, clay, and it rained and it was real heavy, and all the stuff I did yesterday, I was just too blitzed to get it out. So start clearing it off, and bam, I got a soda bottle, and this is a good one. I think it's one of the ones that I sold. I think it's a Coke. Yep, and it's a small town one. And it is a Coke. It's a Coca-Cola bottling company in Sistersville, West Virginia. And I got $30 for one of these. I have 4 or 5 of them, but I sold one of them. Right there, Coca-Cola. It even has Sistersville right here on the bottle. Sistersville WVA, Coca-Cola Bottling Works. Oh, it's nice. It's perfect. It's, I don't know, I think these are late 30s, early 1940s. But I'm pretty sure this will be 30s. But man, that's a day maker. Well, not really compared to Crocs and stuff, but it's a good bottle. You know, it's like finding 30 bucks. The last one I put on, well, I don't list stuff. I don't have time. I had somebody else do it. And they put it on that sold within like 6 hours for $30. I should have asked more for it, but I think that's reasonable for something like that. You won't see another one of these Coca-Colas. I can tell you that. Try to find that for sale. Unless it's one that I'm selling, I doubt you'll find it. Later. Oh man, look at how good a shape this is in. And I told you, I picked my spots for a reason. Look at all that stuff sticking out in there. There's a crock, there's a bottle, there's a bottle, there's a bottle, there's a bottle. It's like this all the way back through. But when I said I picked my spots, if shoes are coming out of 1930s and 40 layers that look like this, it's a well-drained dump. Look, this is just ridiculous, man. How good a shape this stuff's in. And that's why I'm gonna have to dig that little thing out. Right here it is. But hopefully I can find a lid to this back in there. It's real heavy. Oh, this would have been nice. My mom would have loved that. I'll see if I can find a lid. I'm taking it anyway. Later. I'm gonna turn this on to film this crock piece I got. Man, that all caved down right behind me. That's why you should never set down. I could have got buried there. But look at this whiskey jug. And look at the cobalt blue right here. It would have been all painted up. Oh, it's sick. But I'd like to have that fixed later. All right, I've got a few things. That Stratford Springs, I found one like that the last time I was here, and that one's perfect. I also got a Coke it with ACL, and it's New York, and it's nice enough. It's gonna clean up good. But here's another blue bottle. Look at the color of that. It's not embossed, but man, that's a nice color. Take that too. And we get that nice Coke bottle. That's a $30 bottle, so I know for a fact it's worth at least that much, and it's probably worth more than that later. Man, look at that ACL on that bottle. When I knocked this rock out, and it just exposed that. So I know I'm in a place I've been digging like for like you don't even know all the work that's involved. I cleaned all that mud out that caved in there, and I came this way, and I've dug all of this today. And just look at, this is why these crocks are whole. That was 8 foot underground, and that stuff's just laying in there. All these, the bottles are just one on top of each other, and them crocks are just suspended in there, and there's no dirt around them, most of them, or nothing. If you get into pockets like this is what you want. Look at that. You know, I've taken 6-7 feet off of this before it even got to this, and threw it over the hill a year ago. So this is like 14 feet below the surface, and look at that. But let's pull out this bottle and see what this is. I think it's a Old Barks root beer, and it's huge. Oh, it is. It's Hires. Oh, it's a big one, and the ACL's perfect. Look at how nice it is. Cleveland, Ashtabula, Akron, Ohio. We'll get this one cleaned up. Look how nice it is. Finer flavor because of real root juice. Bottles by Hires Bottling Co. Cleveland, Ashtabula, and Akron, O. That's pretty nice. That's going to clean up and look brand new. That's a big one too. Later, folks. Look how nice this stuff is. That's why I talked about being on the side of a hill. It drains. Rains, boom, it drains, goes to the creek way down there. And I mean, the creek's down there at least 2 football fields, 200 yards, probably 250. There's a flat, there's another flat, there's another flat, there's another flat, and then bam, there's the creek. But look at this. That's a perfume bottle, and it would have had a little like pumper here, and it would have sprayed that out. Look how good that top is. That's kind of cool. I'm not going to take it, but it's cool. Later. This is a nice white crown cap. White crown cap, patent 11/22/1910. And a lot of them are swirled marble glass. This one has a little bit of the other color in it, but you can see how old that is. I'm getting pretty deep. When I usually start finding these, I start finding real nice mason jars later. Some of the stuff, look at all this milk glass. I'm finding tons of it. There's that blue bottle, and I just had a cave in right here, and I'm trying to rake this stuff out. See any problem with being on these hills? I can dig for like 20 minutes and then boom, cave in. But look at this huge one. Perfect, I'll take it. With a new label on that and like a new cap, that'll look pretty nice. But anyway, I'll get back at you later. All right, that last trip with the croc, I didn't find a marble, but the video before I did, and I got one, my first one of the day, right here. Oh, it's probably one of them solid color Christiansons. Let me get this cleaned off later. Well, it's just a solid blue one. You can see it there, but it's real nice condition. I'll put that with my collection. Man, it's hot, folks. It feels like it's 90 right now. Later. Alright, you can see just how nice all these ACLs. I got several in my bag because of the layers I'm digging in. Look at that. That's unheard of on most of this stuff. And I just got this, and that with that crackling, that might be a White House vinegar. And that's kind of a cool little bottle. It's aqua, but it's screw top. But I'm hitting it. I got another piece of this crock too. I don't know if this is the one I showed with the handle. I don't think it is, but there you go. Yeah, I just got another one of these. It's a baby bottle. It would have had a nipple on it, but it's for a baby doll. And look, I found this before. I think that's a kangaroo. That's kind of cool. Later. Alright, I just found this token up there. It's not silver, but it says Monroe County on it. It's got corrosion there, but I'll get that cleaned up. It's even holed. See the hole in it? We'll get that cleaned up when I get home. I'm not going to stay too much longer. I'm whipped from this week, and I'm going to go arrowhead hunting tomorrow all day. Alright, I just got a piece of jewelry, and it's old. See that layer in there? Look at that clay cap on that. But right here, it's a locket. And it's still got the... Try to get that cleaned up and opened up when I get home. It might have something in it. Well, I think I can... Let me turn this off. I think it's... See, there's a crack in the side here. Let me see if I can do it now. Later. Alright, well you can see how clear the gold's coming through, and I think there's ornateness on it, but I can't get it apart, and it's real heavy. I'd say it's gold filled anyway. It's real heavy. I'm not going to mess it up by trying to pry that open right now. I'll clean this up when I get home. This is pretty much a day maker to find something like this in the dump, because I know the story behind that pretty much from digging in dumps. Around World War II, when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, I think a lot of figurines that people had that depicted something Japanese got thrown in the trash. And I don't see it a little bit in 40s dumps. 40s stuff's coming out, and then boom, 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 there's all this Japanese stuff. And this fell right down out of there. And look at this. Japanese lettering, and it's all there. All right. Let me get this cleaned off and show you. There was a root growing down. You can see there's just roots all in this. I can't even pull that out. Look at the roots growing in there. There's a whole tree branch down in there, but that is cool. Later, folks. I'll get it cleaned up and show you. Later. Alright, any of you Japanese experts, if you know what that symbol means, put it in the description, because I sure as heck don't. But that's pretty a solid find. I would guess 1940s, made in the early 40s or the late 30s, and then thrown away when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. Probably about right. Later. Yep, see that right there? That rock that's on there came from right there, boom, right where I was digging. I had to jump out of the way. But you can see, look at the force of that. Just the weight of it sliding down that slick clay. I'm glad them rocks are off. Anyway, they need to come out of here. I can't believe that's probably blasted out of a rock face up there, and they just dumped this stuff loose. These need to be down on the flat anyway. They just do. They're dangerous. So, well, I'm gonna clean this out and dig a little bit longer. That was a solid find, that figurine, but I'm not gonna stay too much longer. It's just, look at me, I'm just filthy. I had to take my shirt off because look at that, I just got mud all over me. Well, anyway, later. I'm so tired, I forgot what I was gonna film when I got down here, and I just walked right up here to my bag. But I had raked out a nice mason jar here, and it's a blue one. Looks like 8 on the bottom. Let me see what the... There's a chart you can look up, dating ball things. I might put it in this video, but that's a nice mason jar. It's an old one. I'd say this is 1930s. 20s or 30s. I'll look at the chart. I forget. You can see it there. Nice find. Well, I got a blue mason jar sticking back in there, and you can see that big, that's a piece of ceramic pipe. I about pooped myself. I thought that was a big crock, but you can see that. But wonder what that is. It's got a piece of glass in it, and another piece where something was in it. Oh no. But I turned this on. Look how good that ACL was on that sandy flush toilet bowl cleaner. Nothing's in glass like that anymore. It even says poison on it. But I'm not taking that. That's junk to me. Oh man, that's in there tight. And that might not, well, I think it's a mason, but man, it's a mason. But I'm gonna have to dig it out more. It's in there solid. Let me get it out and I'll turn this back on in a second. Later. I got it loosened up enough. I'm gonna have to dig that out next. I think I got it loosened up enough, man. Yep, it's perfect. I can tell you that. It's dropped out. You can see the dropped out. I think this is like 1910 to 1930. I don't know, 8 on the bottom. That's a pretty nice one. Real nice blue glass. Look at that. 2 of them right together. They're always usually thrown away. I usually find just like a dozen of them. 2 different sizes right there. Later. I'm working this little area here. I'm not going to stay too much longer. I've got a whole bag full of stuff up here, but that's a cork top Watkins bottle. I don't think I have this one, especially with that seal. That's a good find. Got several masons in here, that figurine, a token, a piece of jewelry, lots of blue glass. Nothing spectacular, but you know, that's a lot of stuff. There's 30 pounds of glass in there probably. Later. All right. I'm gonna get to the dump here pretty soon. Man, it's gonna be a hot one today. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning. It feels like it's 80 out already. I'm gonna have to get a start on it and take plenty of water. But I thought I'd start the video off right. I just run the sweeper in my house and Squirrel Man scared to death of it. He's hiding under his blanket. Look under here at this good looking boy. Look at this good looking boy. You scared, buddy? Quit being a wimp. You're all right. My old buddy, look how big he is. Squirrel Man, you're gonna have to go on a diet, buddy. You're starting to look like a big groundhog. Look at you. You feel like you weigh 10 pounds, buddy. Oh man, look at him. Oh, what a good boy though. What a good boy, Squirrel Man. Alright folks, I thought I'd give you a shot on my good little buddy here. He's gonna hold the fort down while I'm out in the woods. Look at him, what a nice boy. Look, he's just petrified of this. Are you petrified of the sweeper, Squirrel Man? And thanks, I think your name's Doug. Thanks for the picture of Squirrel Man, buddy. I got it framed up and stuff. I'll show it. I'm gonna do a clip of it. It's down by the picture of Sadie. I appreciate that, man. That means a lot, getting something for this old boy to remember him. Later, folks.